I'd like to ask you about your current company, Janover. What do you guys do?
Fundamentally, we're connecting the commercial real estate industry, the multifamily and commercial real estate industry. And we do it through three primary verticals and one new one. So the verticals are debt, equity, and insurance. For debt, we provide kind of like bespoke capital markets advisory, capital markets, commercial mortgage brokerage, however you want to paint that. And then when we were building that business, we ended up building a back end where more than 10% of the banks in America give us their data. 1,000 other commercial real estate lenders give us their data. These are the kinds of deals we do. This is our contact information. These are different people in different markets. And we built our own back end software. We just started licensing that out. So now sponsors or commercial mortgage brokers, competitors can come to us and they could just go use our back end and our data. Unless something unbelievable happens, it seems like there's more pain ahead in insurance premiums, multifamily, coastal multifamily. It's kind of bleeding out across or bleeding throughout the country, but certainly Florida, certainly coastal Florida, the coastal Carolinas, coastal Texas. I think there's more pain coming there, and it breaks my heart. You could have a great GP, a great LP, a deal that's been modeled through a million sensitivities. It's hard to model premiums doubling every year for years, and not just premiums doubling, but deductibles shooting up. So you're just kind of fundamentally self-insuring and paying unbelievable amounts of money to do so. AI is really approaching the ability to be able to do a lot of these functions. So if you have property management, like, you don't need any human on chat. You really don't. And you could probably have one or some very small amount of humans available for escalations, but AI can really handle inbound over the phone, email, chat, all these things, lease abstractions, deal analysis. There's so much. Brainstorm sessions, right? And do it with GPT-4, and it'll help you scope it out, because it's going to be different for each person depending on where you are in the business.
You had to file for bankruptcy once. I want you to share with us as much as you could share. How did that feel? And then how did you overcome that situation? It wasn't an easy thing for you.
Yeah, no, not an easy thing. How did it feel? Well, it felt terrible. I think I was in my early 20s, and it was hard to understand. It was a significant loss. Financial security was gone, and I think the most painful part was having to fire all of my friends, because at that age, in my early 20s, who did I know to hire? It's like the guys I went to high school with, the guys I went to college with, my best buds. So I hired them, managed them, and fired them, and that was tough, and it was humbling, but not humbling enough for somebody that is as unbelievably stubborn and arrogant as I was. I hope I'm less stubborn and less arrogant, though my wife tells me I'm still a lot to handle.
Look, I want you to be you. I want all of my guests to be themselves, to feel as comfortable as possible to be themselves. Any final thoughts for me, for the audience?
Yeah, keep listening to Adrian. You put on a great show. I think the quality of a conversation is derivative of the quality of the questions asked. And I think you asked great questions, and I hope that my answers were useful. And thank you so much for having me.